Hello. Hi guys. Oh, I'm back. I'm back from Brazil. Woo 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 woo. Ah, man, I'm sure you guys have heard so many stories already, but yeah, no, that was an awesome trip. Wow. I've gone on a lot of trips, and this is one that I'm gonna remember forever. Absolutely. Do you like the new Squeak Squad soundtrack? I think I'm gonna commit and be like, my starting soon music is always gonna be Squeak Squad, unless there's like a different vibe. So I like downloaded a bunch of different themes. There's like some from like Smash Bros, and that one was Star Allies and some various covers and stuff. But I'm gonna turn that off for now because I want to put on like some chill music. How about this one? Is this a good volume? Okay. Anyway, let's put on like, yeah, Tamagotchi Life. I want to play Tamagotchi Life on stream eventually. However, wait, where's my chat? I need to put it up on my screen. Okay. Hello, I miss you guys. Thank you for everyone who's subbing. Doot and Marens Santosiugo? Mr. Kermit, thank you. Thank you everyone, thank you. Shifty Fox. Yeah, no, I had an incredible trip. I'm sure everyone was, yeah, you guys have seen the pictures. You saw all the, I think, I was just surprised people were so excited, you know? people were super excited on Twitter. Oh, I know. Yeah. I'm sure that, wait, hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Yes, we did go to, okay, so, sorry, someone messaged me. I don't know like how much you guys know. I know some people already started streaming, talking about the stories and all these things, but I'll probably just talk about the trip, in my experience, just to I'm sure you guys don't care if I tell the same stories and stuff. You get to get my experience anyway. Also, like, this is like kind of laggy. No, actually it's fine. Yeah, story time. I wrote down like a little note of what happened every day. Okay, so obviously I had my birthday party. I went to like an arcade. I wore my balls shirt. It was great. I drank a little bit, played some arcade games with friends. Awesome. And then I immediately, I couldn't stay out that much later. Jota and Viv, Brinos, Valeria, thank you so much. Yes, you guys know the one. You guys know the ball shirt. Also, you can probably hear it. My voice is a little bit fried. I'm sure everyone's voice is a little fried. Okay, it's like a little bit of a delay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm like way too distractible. Yeah, everyone, I don't know if anyone's got like officially sick yet, but Slime's voice must be, no, like his is like bad, but it's like not worse than ours. I'll get into it. You're getting ahead of yourselves. Also, this is like loud. Maybe it's just for me. Okay, that's fine. But she has a cold. Charlie is sick. Okay. Like, I expected to be more sick. I might have dodged it because, the last day, it was kind of just me. The Hugh Master, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, so many gifts and Playa, Prince King, thank you. Or Prince Kig, thank you. Yeah, I might have dodged it because, yeah, the last day it was just me, Charlie, and Foolish for the most part, and Charlie had like, he had like sick cold shorteners, I think they're called. So we all took a couple, and my voice sounds bad, but I don't feel sick, you know. Like even my throat isn't sore anymore. It's just my voice is gone. Oh, some people are sick. Gotcha. Yeah, I might have just avoided it. I might be just a little bit built different. I do say I never get sick, so it might have been just a close call. But let me talk about the trip. I'm already getting distracted. Yeah. Okay, so the first day we oh, you know what's funny is like in the group chat, we were all like getting our flights and stuff, and I posted my flight, you know, itinerary, like, oh, I'm landing this time, and coincidentally, like, it was Phil and Kristen, Fit, Foolish, and kind of Charlie and me all landed like at the same time. So we were all able to like meet up, like meet up at the like a Starbucks in the airport and be like, hi guys, we're in Brazil, we did it. I didn't know that Foolish was in LA because like I posted my itinerary and then he was like, Jaiden, we could have like gotten the same flight. I was like, oh damn. There was a good chance, like, because we basically bought the same flight but with different airlines. Like if I accidentally, or like I got United and Foolish got American, and if one of us like booked the other's airline, we would have like accidentally been on the same flight, which is super funny. So we landed, everyone landed, we all met up at the Starbucks, said hello. It was so great. Like the initial, okay, the first person that I met in Brazil was Fit, because we were, you know, Fit, me, and Foolish all landed exactly at the same time. Like I think Phil and Kristen landed like at 6 and we landed at 7, and then Charlie landed at like 8. So I thought we would like see each other coming like in the security line, and I did. Like I was in line, and then Fit posted in the group chat like, Jaiden, I already see you. And I like, my head like snapped up, and like I started scanning bald people. Dude, I started like looking for the craniums. I was like, he's in here somewhere. There was actually 2 bald men, and I looked at the wrong one first, and I was like, not Fit. And then I saw him, and he was like looking, he was like smiling and waving. And we were like we were like, you know how like it snakes around? We were like a little too far away to like conversate without like being a bit of a nuisance. So like I waited until like our lines crossed, and I like hopped under the line, and we were able to start chatting a little bit in the customs security line. That was great. So yeah, Fit was the first person I got to meet. And yeah, it was fun chatting. Oh, I will say there's like, after we both crossed customs, me and Fit were talking, you know, we were talking about luggage and bags and stuff. And I was like, he was like, oh, I only needed he only had a backpack with all his stuff. And I was like, damn, like, that's the word. Like, it sucks because women have like so much they need to pack with all the toiletries and like makeup and stuff. And I said out loud, I was like, yep, that's the worst part about being a woman is the extra packing. And like this lady in front of us like turned around and like stared at me. Like, I don't know what she must have been like, you've got to be kidding me. And I didn't make eye contact. I noticed her noticing me, and I kept looking. So like that was like the first judgment I experienced in Brazil. Was me being like, it's the worst part about being a woman is packing. And she's like, shut the fuck up. It was like the most judgment. I didn't look at her. I just kept talking. So yeah. That was like, and then we walked out, saw everyone. Selbit arranged a van for us to get picked up because like there was this one rule of the trip of like when we aren't using the van and we have to go with Uber to have at least one Brazilian per Uber. Because they're like, they'll like kind of scam you if you don't speak Portuguese. So that was the one Brazilian per Uber rule. So yeah, but we had the van for the first time. We had to wait like an extra hour for Charlie because he landed late, had checked bags and stuff. So we all hung out. I was kind of like nervous I would be too shy, and I was definitely a little shy like out the gate. But it was I definitely like warmed up to everyone like super quick. I was just shy. What can I say? Fingers pointing at each other. It's like whenever it's, you know, the vein of like you've talked to people and you know people online so well and then like you meet them in person. It's like the middle ground of like really excited to see them but also like super nervous and like kind of awkward. It wasn't, I wouldn't say any part of the trip was like awkward. Everyone was just like too excited to be awkward, you know? But I was scared. Scared / pause because I was like, my default is just be a little quiet and shy. Let's see. Yeah, we landed. We got back to the hotel and none of our rooms were ready because like you check in at like 3 and we landed at 7 a.m. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Charlie and Fit had rooms ready. But me, Phil, Kristen, and Foolish, our rooms were not ready, so we had to just put our bags away. We got some lunch at like a place nearby, and that was like the first Brazilian lunch. Who is it? Bagheera was there. Bagheera joined us. Pac was there. The van driver. No, he was I don't even know. Fernando. I'm sure you guys have heard him. He was kind of like the guy that was always around. I think he was the driver. No, he was like a point of contact. Yeah, Fernando was kind of like the guy, you know? We like near the end we wanted to ask Selbit like who is Fernando, and then we all decided like no, actually he's just Fernando. Yeah, Fernando the goat. Yeah, so like Fernando was great. I hope we get to see him again one of these days. Yeah, we got food. We talked about during the meal, it was like, who was it? It was me, or like I don't know how the conversation started. It was like Foolish and Phil or like Foolish and Pac or someone was like talking about, they got on the topic of what would hurt more, having a lime squeezed in your eye or a lemon. And there was like, you know, a little debate conversation. And we looked it up and some guy on YouTube like actually had done it. So we all huddled around like Phil's phone and watched this guy squirt lemon versus lime into his eye in the middle of a Brazilian restaurant. Spoiler alert, the lemon hurt more. Well, actually, at first he said the lemon hurt more, and then at the end he was like, it was about the same. So it was like, but personally, I would prefer to have a lime squeezed in my eye. I trust his initial. I think he overthought it at the end for sure. So that was a nice little moment. So I'm gonna be like, coughing a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm coughing in your ears for the headphone users. Anyway, so we had lunch, went back to the hotel. By that time, it was like 1-2 o'clock. And we wanted to we checked if the rooms were ready again. And this time, Foolish and Phil's rooms were ready, but mine still wasn't ready. I was like the only one that didn't have a room yet. Like, that's no, but to be fair, I completely expected that. I knew I knew in the back of my head I was gonna be the last one to have a room ready because that's my luck. So it was like discrimination. Maybe they saw me and they're like, we're gonna make sure her room is not ready on purpose. And it was also like kind of weird because like I don't know what was going on in that hotel that day, but like I tried to ask for my luggage because at that point like I'd been in the air for like 12 hours at that point, you know. It was a long flight. I just wanted to freshen up. Like not even shower. I just wanted to like put on deodorant. That's all I wanted because like it was getting to the point where I was like not lifting up my arms, you know? So I was like, all I want is my bag. I don't even need a room. I just want my bag so I can get deodorant. I was a little stinky. And then they like took 20 minutes to get my bag. I don't know what happened. And like I was like, can I have my bag, please? And he was like, yeah. Like he was kind of whatever. It was fun. Put on deodorant. Phil and Kristen let me like put my bag in their room. And that was when, because Royer and Quackity were already there, so like apparently they partied a lot the night before, so they slept in, they came down, I got to meet them. That was great. I was super happy to finally meet both of them. How was meeting Royer? It was good. Like I think like I think I was the most shy around Royer because like everything was fine. I think it was like I was just nervous to meet him, you know, because we role played parents in a Minecraft server, and then the guy died, and then it was like okay, well, and then we just like haven't logged on when each other is on. So it was kind of like, I was excited, but I was also like definitely nervous, you know? But it was great. Royer was great. Quackity was great. Everyone was like, genuinely everyone was fantastic. So we all piled into the van and went over to the studio where the stream was gonna be. The Quarantena. I don't remember how it's spelled or said, but yeah, we went over to the studio, and we got like a tour. It was like a crazy cool little building. Like you walk in and they're like, oh, this is all the cameras, and the you guys didn't get to see the whole set, but like it was such a high quality production thing. Like the projector with the changing screen background and the tablets and all the middle part of the table was a screen, and oh, it was so cool. Like it inspired me so much as a creator, like just to see the whole production. Selvit is correct. He's so cool. Yeah, and then we pretty much like hung out in the little green room for a couple hours just chatting. I met Forever there. That was great. Forever was like so fun. I didn't expect to like enjoy just hanging out with him as much as I did, because like we also don't like talk too much on the server. Someone says gay master. That's a good one. Sorry, like my eyes read it and like everything stopped in my head. But yeah. Forever's great. I still look back at that one night on the server, like, it was probably like months ago at this point, where it was just me, Foolish, and Forever. We're just hanging out. He taught us Disculpa. He taught us about Disculpa. He talked about Paris, and that was just like a really nice night on the server. That was like one of my favorite nights on the server. It was super cozy. Like that was the first time like we were flung around by the capybaras. That it's like it's been a while, but I really look back at that night really fondly. I wasn't even live. I was just hanging out, you know. So yeah, Forever was great. I think we both talked about it during the trip. It was like we both didn't expect to like enjoy each other's company as much as we did. And And then Selbit popped in and said hi. Like, he was super, super busy. I felt so bad. But he, like, popped in, said hello to everyone, and then had to get back to work. Like, Selbit was, like, such a MVP during the trip. Like, not only was he putting together, like, the big project and trying to, like, balance it all and prep and also see everyone, but he, like, even after the stream, he was still, like, coordinating, like, oh, here, we can go here for lunch. I'll call and, like, find a place that can take a 20-person reservation right now. Oh, this day we're gonna go and we'll do this. And, you know, it was just, like, host and incredible. Like, I would have had, like, a mental breakdown trying to, like, host and, like, entertain 20 people. More than 20 people. He is so cool. And he was, like, apologizing during it. He was like, guys, I'm sorry, I'm so busy. It's like, dude, we're just so happy to be here. Dana, thank you for the sub. And Tom, and Katie, and Paw, and Artichoke. Maggie Pie, thank you. What else? Okay, so we hung out in the green room. And then, oh yeah, we went to, dinner after that. We went to the dinner where we all took the first group pictures of the restaurant with, like, the big tree and stuff. And that was super fun. That was, like, the one where they brought out, like, the meat on, like, on hooks and, like, poured fire on it. It was super cool. Like, I felt bad because people, like, I hate being, like, catered to or, like, a nuisance. So I was the only, like, vegan vegetarian there, and they're like, oh, we have to make sure that Jaiden is and they were like, I'm sorry, Jaiden, about all the meat. I'm like, no, it's okay. They kept apologizing, and I was feeling bad for being vegetarian. Well, it was fine. Like, I don't really, what did you eat? They had, like, a really good spaghetti with various stuff. Baji told I think I saw the clip of Baji freaking out because she was talking about like how they killed the cow and were, like, stringing up the meat and how it was being cooked, and, like, she looked at me the moment she realized that I was, like, sitting and listening as well. Her eyes were like and she was like, Jaiden, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, like, it's fine, it's, like, interesting, you know. Because, like, sure, I don't eat meat, but I can still appreciate, you know, the culture and something very fancily prepared. But she just kept apologizing, and I kept being like, no, it's okay. That restaurant was really good, though. We tried, oh, I can't remember the Brazilian drink that Baji got. It was, what is it called? The drink with, like, the strawberries in it. That's, like, apparently a Brazilian caipirinha. Yeah. Caipirinha. I don't know. But we tried that, and it was really, really good. You hear Tostada? That's actually Taylor. She's, like, trying to get in. I can't believe you guys are hearing her. She's being really needy today. Yeah, the strawberry caipirinha. Yeah, caipirinha. Okay, I was saying it right. Kind of. But, yeah, those were good. We took a group pictures. It was fun. The only people that were, I know Misa wasn't there yet, so he wasn't in the group photo, and possibly more people. But, that was, like, the first nice night. Oh, yeah, and then afterwards, we, went back to Selbit's apartment and, like, had a little party, celebrated being in Brazil as a group. That was great. That was the first, like, I think it was, like, that night that made me realize I was, like, down to be super, like, outgoing, you know? Because, like, normally at parties, I'm pretty quiet. Like, I call it, the term I use is, like, a party barnacle, you know? Where I kind of just latch onto, like, the closest person I know and just, like, follow them around and not really, like, contribute anything, you know? But I wasn't a party barnacle that time. You know? I was like talking to everyone. It was great. It was good times. Everyone did like a celebratory shot, and that was like my first shot ever. I was like scared because I thought, because everyone says like, oh, shots taste awful. Oh, that, bleh. You only drink it to get you there, you know? So I pretty much straight up thought it was gonna be a shot of rubbing alcohol, the way that everyone describes shots. So I did it, and I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad, you know? It had like a flavor to it. I don't know what we drank, but yeah, it was my first shot. Some of it is, yeah, I think was it tequila? I think we did tequila shots, and like it didn't taste that good, but it tasted better than rubbing alcohol. So I was fine. I actually drank a lot that night, and I'm like shocked I wasn't more drunk. You know, everyone was kind of like surprised I was drinking so much, and was like I was surprised I was drinking that much, you know? But it was fun. It was fun. Sometime during the party, Royer busted out his like Santa Claus knapsack of Mexican snacks and candy, and we were all trying a bunch. He had a lot of like spicy Takis and Dorito flavors and chips and stuff. And that was they tasted all like kind of similar to me. I'll be honest, but it was good. It was like spicy thing with lime flavor, all pretty good. And then we had like various candies. The candies were like the most different parts. Like most of them was like really good, but there's like a couple that, oh my gosh, let me shoo Taylor away. She's like distracting me. Hold on. Taylor, come on. I don't know, that was like the most she's ever like cried, you know, like meow, 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 meow. And I just know that if she comes in, she's just gonna knock everything over. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, we had candies. We were having all the different candies, and they're all good. There's like one that was just a lollipop and with like watermelon flavor, and that was good. But there were like two that were like, it was like, I don't remember the name, but it was like a little log brown thing. Like we all, me, Foolish, and Charlie all unwrapped it and like looked at it and went, like, it looked a little bit Gloria's. Was it a Gloria? Possibly. That sounds familiar. I think it probably was, because I remember like one of the ones we didn't like was called Gloria for sure. Akira, thank you so much. And yeah, I just know like it didn't look appetizing. It was like the texture and color didn't look quite right to us, but we tried it, and it apparently it's like super popular in Mexico, but yeah, the three of us kind of like exchanged looks and we're like, sorry Mexico, we didn't really like it too much. Okay. But yeah, we pretty much liked all the candies for the most part. Yeah, we drank a lot. There was like a time during the party where like Foolish and Charlie were trying to learn how to moonwalk, and they were practicing like the whole party, like on and off. Like they'd moonwalk for a little bit, and then they'd stop and like we all talk. Everyone would talk, and then suddenly they were moonwalking again. They got really good at it though. Like comparing their first moonwalk at the beginning of the night to the one at like the end, they were improving for sure. Yeah, and then people slowly, it was like the night before the paranormal order. So, you know, Selbit was like, guys, don't drink too much, you know, you need to do the show tomorrow, to the people who are going to be in the show. So like Quackity and Bagheera were like the first of the members to leave because they're like, I don't want to, you know, drink or anything. Well, they did drink, but like not too much. So they left, and then I don't know when it was like people just started kind of trickling out, and then by the end of the night it was me, Royer, Forever, Pack, Foolish that were left, I think. Yeah, because they were like, we were all in the van, like the van going home or to the hotel, and like I was actually sitting fine. I was like, I drank a lot, but I was like uncharacteristically fine, you know? And I don't know how. Like in the van, we had like a bottle of some sort of drink, and we were all still like sipping it. It was nice. It was a nice little bonding experience, you know? I do remember that night. One night that one part of the party that made me like really happy was like near the end of it, like everyone was pretty drunk, and like Royer came up to me and like patted me on the back and was like, Jaiden, I'm so happy you're here. And oh, that made me so, I was like, oh my gosh, yay. It made me feel so welcome and excited, you know? Because like I kind of just assume how much people are like excited to meet each other and me and stuff, but I was like, oh, like I was sure that like Royer and I were excited to meet, but I didn't know like on his end what it was like, you know? So that was like a nice little confirmation that it was like, oh, I'm excited to, you know, hang out, you know? So yeah, but on the van, dude, Pack, I'm sure people have told the story, and Forever said it a little bit on the group stream. Pack was so drunk, dude. He was just like, he was falling asleep on the couch and everything at the party, and I don't think any of us, like, we knew he was like drunk and like a little fucked up, but we didn't realize how bad it was until in the van. We were all just, me, Forever, Royer, Foolish, we were just hanging out, passing the bottle, talking, having a good time, and then Pack just gets up when the car was like at a stop sign and was like, I gotta go, guys. I think he just thought he could leave the van and go home. First of all, because he was not even close to home, you know? Like, he got up, and we kind of thought he was joking, you know? He got up, and we're like, heh. And then he starts, like, fiddling with the door. And we're like, oh shit, he's serious. He's gotta go home. Even though it's like an hour flight for him or something. Yeah, I was lucky that it was like the child block was on, because he would have like just walked out into the street. And that was about like the first night. He thought it was his house. Like, he thought he could just walk home. Oh no, someone said he has a past with vans. I heard about that for the first time like during the trip, and that's crazy. Holy shit, I can't believe they were just like, Pack and Mike were just like casually held at gunpoint or something, or kidnapped or something. Like, my gosh, that's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that was the first night. And then day 2 was the show. And, you know, everyone who's in... To anyone who doesn't know, you can I'm sure the story's out there. I can't tell it because I don't know. I just know that they were, like, kidnapped for a little bit while they were trying to do, like, a tour around Brazil. They laugh telling the story. That's fun. Yeah, I'm sure you can find it on your own, guys. But, yeah, the second day, for day 2. Everyone who needed to be at the show was already, like, they had a call time. And everyone who was, not in the show, we were gonna, Selbit rented out, like, a big old house that we were all gonna, like, stay at. And have, like, parties and have the watch party and stuff. So we all kind of, like, woke up late. You know, took a shower, woke up, and was like, oh, I feel fine, you know, even though I drank a lot of alcohol. Yeah, and pretty much just slow day until we all headed over to the house. At first there wasn't a TV, so everyone was kind of, like, watching on their phones. And then, like, suddenly a TV just showed up. I don't know if, like, Selbit or whoever, like, told either Fernando or Pedro, Selbit's assistant, like, go get a TV. And then a TV just showed up. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Fernando, yeah. Fernando and Pedro were, like, the guys that trip. They were both, like, someone says, like, oh, I wish we had something, and then Pedro goes and, like, it shows up within, like, 20 minutes. So yeah, we were watching the stream all together on the couch, and there's, like, a photo of that one of everyone sitting around. Like, we did a couple, like cheers, like, excited reactions, and like no reaction. And that was the one where, like, I'm pointing and I look like the girl that's, like, yelling at the cat. Dude, that was so fun. Charlie was, like, the first one to point it out. And I laughed. Oh yeah, we weren't signed in to anyone who had, like, a sub or, like, even, like, the Prime or anything. So there, every once in a while, it would be, like, interrupted by an ad for Brawland, which is, like, some sort of Brazilian something. But Baji was in that ad, so everyone, like, it'd be an intense moment of, like, watching the stream, and then the Brawland ad pops up, and we're like, Baji! Baji, no! Interrupting the stream. That was fun, though. Like, I was kind of intimidated by the fact we were gonna be watching it for 6 hours, but it was, like, quick. It was like, we didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that, like, it was just suddenly over. And no, like, during the end, well, like, first of all, the Wi-Fi was, like, not that great there anyway, because we were, like, in the middle of the forest. Sorry, holy crap. I'm gonna mute my mic. It's coming. The coughs are coming, dude. Yeah, the Wi-Fi was, like, not that great in the first place, so there'd be, like, intense moments of the stream, and then it would just start buffering. I was like, no! It was, like, everyone was just, like, super into it. Dude, like, the part where the monster showed up, we were all, like, screaming. Oh, that was such a good reveal. Oh, I still think about that. Oh, the monster was, like, so cool. Selbit was saying, he might have mentioned it already. Actually, no, I know that they still want to do, like, a, like, behind the scenes thing, so I won't talk about it. But the monster has, like, a funny origin story. He might have told you guys already, but, yeah, Nidere. Yeah, no, he did tell you. It was, like, Selbit's dog. Yeah. That's so funny. No, Nidere was, like, so cool. I was like, I wish I looked like Nidere. Like, that's how much I love Nidere. It's so cool. I genuinely wish I looked like him. So yeah, that was cool. Oh, and the music. It was like so cool. The Baji reveal as well. That was sick. And I think it was so funny that she just joined, tried to kill a child, and then died. That was like so cool. Me and Charlie loved her character. Don't tell anyone, but I was definitely rooting for her to kill the child. Like, I think it was like, Baji's character was like super important for the plot. Especially for Lucy and, Benito. Those characters, like, were so enhanced by, Carol. But it's also funny that, like, dude, when Baji said, that she takes her scarf and, like, wraps it around Amy's neck and trying to yank her onto the ground, we were screaming. Holy shit. We were just like, she's committed. She's committed to being a bad person. So cool. I respected it so much. So that was great. Like, they came back and but Bagheera was super like upset. She's like, oh, I wanted to play so much more. She was like, I died so early in the thing, but we both, like, everyone was telling her that she was like the most important character of the story, and she was like I understand that Bagheera was like upset that she died early, but it was like so good for the plot. Bagheera was like awesome. And then we had a big old party. And that one I definitely got more drunk at that party. And I drank less too. So I must be like kind of more affected by different types of alcohol. I mean, I'm sure everyone is, but like whatever I drank like the first night was not affecting me as much as the second night. And I don't even know, maybe it was like, I think I was drinking like more vodka stuff the second night. I don't know. But yeah, a big old party. Yeah, some people are saying like we did jump into the pool at like, I don't know, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whenever it was. That was great. It was like, Selva was saying like, oh, everyone bring your pool stuff because there's gonna be a pool. So like, we all had stuff. And I don't, it was like Forever came up to us. Me and Baji were talking. And he's like, guys, we're jumping in the pool. And I was like, oh shit, I gave that idea. No, it was Forever. Forever's like, we're jumping in the pool. And I turned to Baji and I was like, if you jump in the pool, I jump in the pool. And she was like, okay, we'll jump in the pool. So we got ready. Everyone like jumped in the pool together. Like, we did like a big ol', everyone was holding hands and jumped in. And it was super cold. It was like, I think it was raining a little bit too or something. It was like cold, jumped in, took a picture, and then like got out. It was great. What else happened that night? I don't know why. I was definitely like drunk at this point, but like Kristen was talking about the game, like Odds Are. Is that what it's called? Odds Are? It was the one where it's like, odds are you do this, and then you say 1 of 10, and then you both like count down, and like if you say the same number, then you have to do it because it like rolls on the chances. We were talking about that, and then we were all doing different ones. And then Foolish and I did one of like, odds on you don't drink water for the rest of the night. And I lost. And I was like, all right, no water for the rest of the night. It was like stupid. I don't even know why. And then Foolish was like, all right, odds on I join you. And he lost the first one, and then I did it again. Or like, he won the first one, did it again, lost the second one. So we were both like, all right, no water. And then like Selbit heard about it and was like, guys, what the fuck? Of course you're gonna drink water. He was like stepped in and was like, no, 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 no. Like, I'm sure Foolish would have been fine, but I would have been dead. So, like, yeah, Selbit was drinking, but he was also, like, walking around telling everyone to drink water. He was, like, the water guy at the party. Yeah, I was being a little bit of a dad. So we all did, like, a bunch of odds on, hung out. That time, I also, like, talked a lot to, Bagheera that night. I was really excited to meet Bagheera, because, like, we don't, like, cross paths too much, or, like, we don't play too much together on the server, but I think we were both, like, excited about each other, you know? Like, we were for a while, we were the only 2 women on the server, so, we had that bond, you know? I talked a lot to Bagheera this trip. We definitely bonded, like, a lot. Same with Baji. I was nervous to meet her because, she was the one person on the server that I only talked to, like, once. I missed her introduction, and then when we met in the server, it was, like, a roleplay moment of, like, I was kind of just like, hi, nice to meet you, and then she was super into the roleplay and was like, I hate Kukurusho. I'm gonna torture everything he loves. And I was like, oh. So that was, like, the only interaction that I had with her at that point. So I was like, I knew I was excited to meet her, but, like, and I know that roleplay isn't real, but I was still like, you know, like what is our dynamic gonna be during this trip? But she was fantastic. She was so sweet. She's so cool too. She's got, like, I love her tattoo on her hand of, like, the pixel, the different colors of pixels. I just kept looking at that tattoo during the trip. So cool. But no, I was really happy with, like, how much me and Baji got to, like, hang out and meet each other, and how much we were able to bond. She's so sweet. I'm like, people were talking about it on Twitter, and I was definitely thinking about it of, like, I think we had too nice of a time together to play villains to each other in Minecraft, in the roleplay, you know? I think it's funny. But I think it was definitely important because now we'll be, like, much more comfortable being able to be mean to each other on the server because we know how close we are, you know? So I'm excited to see how our characters interact now that me and Baji are such good friends. That was great. Let's see, was there anything else that was going on that day? Yeah, I just wrote, partied, drank a lot, jumped into pool. Oh, karaoke. Yeah, that was the first night of karaoke. Dude, I'm not, like, a karaoke person. I've only gone or, like, done karaoke, like, a couple times. I've only sang, like, one karaoke song before in my whole life. So I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do karaoke. Like, normally, the karaoke I've been to was, like, either public karaoke where you sing in front of, like, a bunch of strangers, or it was, like, private karaoke, but I didn't really, like, know the people there too much, you know? So it was never, like, in a very comfortable environment where I knew a lot of people and was, like, willing to be more outgoing. Taser the Mighty, Fa, thank you for the gifts and the subs. So, like, I think I was just, like, I was also, like, a little, I was drinking. Okay, I'll admit it, I was drunk. I was definitely more up for it, and the first song that I did was with Charlie and Quackity. We sang the Pokemon theme song, and that was so fun. That was so good. That was great. I look back at that moment super fondly. It was just vibing. Everyone was, like, everyone in the room was singing the song. It was so cool because, like, I pitched the Pokemon song to them. We did it. And then everyone liked it, like, and then Selbit, Baji, Forever, Phelps, like, they got on and did the Portuguese version of the Pokemon song. So we played it again, but in Portuguese. And then Bagheera and, who else sang it? Someone else sang it in French. So there was, like, 3 Pokemon karaoke moments. Andre? Oh, it might have been Andre. So, like, that was so good. That was, like, such good, like, energy and stuff. We did, like, a bunch of, we did a bunch of karaoke, actually. It was super fun. I'm trying to think. Was there anything that happened else that night? No, I think it was just, like, it was just drinking, having a fun time. Royer and Selbit sang. Yeah, they did a lot of karaoke together. They sang a bunch of Spanish songs, them and Quackity as well. No, the bonfire wasn't that night. Lots of Disney songs. I did one with Charlie, the Make a Man Out of You. That one was fun. I like that. I just sang like a bunch of songs with a bunch of people. They said I can dance. Okay, look. The Jaiden that can dance is a Jaiden that I've never met in my entire life, and I will never meet her. All right, like I don't know what I was doing during that like phase, but I don't know her. Okay. No moment in my sober life will I ever just start dancing at a party. So you were drunk. I never said that I wasn't drunk. I'm just saying that the Jaiden that dances is not me. Okay. All right. Shake on that. Everyone was like, yeah, everyone was saying like, Jaiden, you can dance. Oh my gosh. And I was like, I don't know why I'm like embarrassed about it. I'm not like actually embarrassed, but it's like, no, I can't. No. I won't admit it. But we all did like dance around and hang out and fun. Yeah, so that was a big party night. And then the next day, everyone wanted to do it again. And personally for me, I was like, I can't, dude. Like 2 nights of like partying and drinking was like, I just don't have the energy for it. So personally, there was another party that night at the house, but I didn't drink any. I had like 1 shot near the end of the night because Forever was like, let's all do shots. And I was like, yeah, I'll do one. I knew it wouldn't like do anything to me, so I drank 1. But yeah, that one was, for me, that was mainly a karaoke night. Ironically enough. Me, Charlie, and Bagheera did like a bunch of karaoke. Like, Charlie and Bagheera definitely have like the karaoke legends that trip, but I was doing good keeping up with them. I gotta say. Oh, day 3. Oh, we did go. Oh, before that party though, we went to another restaurant where they just like, we sat at like a long table and people would just offer meat. Like they just kept coming out with new meats like the whole time. I didn't even know there was this many meats in the world. They had so many. Adriana, thank you for the sub. I had like, you know, I had my own food. And it was so fun. Just like seeing all the different types of stuff. Like there's I think it was just fun to like look around and watch everyone super excited to like experience new meats, you know? I like when people are passionate about stuff and get excited. So it was like a fun little like looking around, people getting excited about all the new Brazilian meats. They did at one point give like, there was like a bunch of chicken hearts on a toothpick or like on a stick. And everyone was like, that was like the most interesting meat that they brought out for sure. It was like, there were tiny little things too, like little bite-sized chicken hearts. And they say, I was sitting next to Fit and he was saying like, it's rubbery, but not bad. Apparently they didn't like taste too much. of anything, but it wasn't bad, you know. They're good. Yeah, no, I totally believe it. I don't even know, like, if... No, I probably would. Like, if I did eat meat, I would probably try one. But when I used to eat meat, I wasn't, like, a big fan of, like, the rubbery meat, you know? So, I don't know if I would have liked it, but I'm glad that everyone else thought it was good. Let's see. Party again at the house. Didn't drink. Lots of karaoke with Charlie and Beck. Yeah, we did. We definitely did. Oh. The first night of karaoke, we were all like Charlie, Beghair, and I were kept trying to think of more songs to do, and I pitched Gangnam Style at one point, and so the three of us, like, absolutely no one else in the house enjoyed it for sure. No shot that anyone else enjoyed hearing us sing Gangnam Style because, like, there's 2 lines that we were able to say. The rest was bullshit. But so yeah, that was like one night, and then the next night we wanted to kind of like hype up the karaoke again. So we were like, all right, Gangnam Style again. So we sang Gangnam Style. No, actually, I think I'm getting it mixed up. This party was the one time we did Gangnam Style. Because the next night we started with okay. Anyway, that was fun. I remember that. Oh, this one was the one where Foolish and Selbit got into the drinking competition. Yeah. Foolish, apparently Foolish and Selbit had never lost, like, a drinking contest before to anyone else, so they wanted to go against each other. And, dude, you guys have probably heard a lot about it already, but Foolish is insane with alcohol. Like, he could drink that shit like it was water. Like, he was like 5 shots in, and still, like, I would have thought he was, like, the most sober man in the world. Selbit was, like, struggling. Like, that night, he got really drunk. Like, that was the drunkest person I've ever seen in my entire life. He wasn't, I don't think any of them were, like, sick afterwards, but Selbit was definitely, like, you know, definitely lost. It got to the point, like, during the night, Foolish would just follow Selbit around with, like, 2 shots in his hand and be like, Selbit! And, like, every time he did that, Selbit would, like, look more and more like, you know. It got to the point where Selbit was like, how? And, like, Foolish was, like, the most diabolical person I've ever seen. Because he, obviously, like, eventually he did start getting drunk, but that was when he got more and more maniacal of, like, he said, he was like, Foolish said, I want to break him. When Selbit was, like, leaning on, like, the top of a car in the garage, like swirling around like this. He was like, I mean, Selbit was definitely not helping, because he was like, I'm not admitting defeat. And then Foolish would be like, all right, so another shot then? You know, they were enabling each other. Like, I'm a huge enabler, but I was like, I had to step down and be like, me, Charlie, and Royer, we were the ones trying to, like, oh, and Phelps as well. We were the ones trying to, like, you know, separate them a little bit, because Selbit wouldn't admit it, even though he was drunk off his ass, and Foolish was like, like, he would actually be rubbing his hands together, maniacally laughing, as he's like, all right, another shot then? And Selbit would be like, yeah, bring it on. And then me, Charlie, Royer, be like, no. There was a point where we had to give them water shots because they just wanted to do another shot. And then, also, like, Selbit, he was so drunk that he would just start running, you know? He started running everywhere. He would be like, all right, I'm down for another shot, and just start running. And it wasn't coordinated at all, but it was also like super stabilized. Like he would lunge and like start falling one direction and his leg would catch him, and then like it was like every step he took was like stabilized, but it looked bad. I'm genuinely surprised he didn't fall. He just kept running everywhere though, and we like me, Charlie, Rare would like run after him like no. Yeah, he did get like alcoholic zoomies. But yeah, the end of that night was definitely him and Foolish sitting in a chair facing each other, just being like, Foolish being like, admit it, you lost, and Selbit's like, no, I didn't, it's a tie. And Foolish is like, what the fuck do you mean it's a tie? We were just trying to give him water too. Yeah. Trying to think. Selbit did definitely admit defeat the next day, but he was too proud in that moment. Yeah, Foolish did want that man dead. Like, for Foolish, if Selbit was saying that he didn't lose yet, Foolish was immediately like, alright, let's do 3 now. 3 shots. It was genuinely evil Foolish. You know what? I do respect it though. I couldn't enable it in the moment, but I was definitely laughing in my head. I was like, that's so him. To be just evil. I would love to see, like, I'm just surprised that Foolish was like not drunk. Like, well, he was drunk, but he wasn't like acting drunk. He could definitely pass for sober. On the van ride back, he definitely was. I think he said he didn't remember the van ride back. Yeah. He was like, I don't remember like how we got back to the hotel. So like at the very end, he was definitely he bled, you know. And that, I think that was when I was like, oh shit. No, I don't think he blacked out. I think he just doesn't really remember it. Which, sure, it might be like a tomato thing, but he kind of just zoned out. So yeah, we pretty much had to like we were trying to go home, you know? And Selbit and Foolish were just not budging. So we had to like drag Foolish into the van pretty much. And then we tried to get Selbit to sleep at the house because we were scared that the van would like jostle him too much and he'd throw up. But no, he got in the van and he was fine. And then the last day was my personal favorite. It was just a big old hangout, you know? It was the first time we didn't really party that much. We got to the house early, had some lunch. There's like, the house is like next to a big lake. So we all went down, or like the group that was there was, or maybe it is a river, I don't know. Well, the group that was there, we went down to the dock and kind of like walked along the water. On the way down, we saw like like 3 giant spiders, and it was like freaky, like how big those goddamn spiders were. We just kept staring at them and getting freaked out. And then further down the path to the lake river, we saw Baji found like a line of ants carrying leaves, and that was super cool. It was like I knew that they did that IRL. Like, it's not just like in the cartoons, it's from real life. But it was cool. They had so many leaves. It was awesome. And then yeah, we hung out through, there was like this, yeah, we all hung out on the dock a little bit. And then I don't know who started it, but there was like this barrel gallon floating in like a little far out from the shore, and people were just like, oh, I think it started with like people were like skipping rocks along the river, and then we started just throwing rocks at the barrel to see who could like hit it. Phil was the first one to hit the barrel. Phil was like incredible at hitting the barrel with rocks. He was like the most consistently good at it, like getting close to it, hitting it. He hit it the most. He hit it like 5 times. I don't know if he's like played baseball growing up or something, but that man can throw a rock, I will say. Yeah, we freaked out the spiders. I'm looking at my list of what we did. Yeah, we ate lunch. Oh my gosh, this lunch. Holy shit. Okay, so it was me, Bagheera, Foolish, and Charlie sitting at a little table eating lunch. And I'm not gonna tell you the story because it's Bagheera's story. And it was like, she told this story, and Charlie, Foolish, and I, and Bagheera, of course, we just like, she said it in a way where we just fucking lost it. It was like the hardest I've laughed in like months. That was like the hardest laugh of the entire trip. Was like we were slamming our fists against the table. Dude, that was like a highlight of the trip for sure. And Bagheera wasn't even like trying to be funny. She was just telling a story. And you're not gonna get that story out of me. I couldn't tell the story as and give it justice. It's not even like, it's kind of like if you weren't there, then the moment is past, you know? Because like we were laughing, and then like we were laughing so hard and making so much of a ruckus that people around us were like, what the fuck are you laughing at? And then like we'd try to explain it, and they would just like stare at us like, that's not funny. But holy shit, my stomach hurt. We kept like bringing it up. There's just one word that like we would tell each other to remind us of the story, and we would just like crack up again. Holy shit. Oh, my stomach like hurts just from thinking about it. That was like highlight for sure. Oh my gosh. And then we pretty much went on, I think someone was like, oh, it would have been cool to like get a boat and like go out on the lake. And then Pedro was like, boat, got it. We have a boat now. And he got us a boat somehow. So we went on the boat, drank a little bit, took pictures. It was super fun. And then we ended up going to like just some random island in the middle of the lake, and we all had to like take off our shoes because the dock was like sunk into the water, and we just like had fun on an island. We just walked on the island, yeah, disfruta la isla, took pictures. It was great. I took a rock from the beach just to remember the island, a Brazilian rock. I've brought it to the USA. I smuggled it through customs. And that was super great. You guys have seen all the pictures, you know. Oh yeah, Quackity did get carried forever. Like, I don't know why he wouldn't take off his shoes or something. And then, but like forever, like piggybacked him so he wouldn't have to get his feet wet in the water. And there was like a whole crew, like as we were trying to get back, Quackity got it on his like his back, and then like Selbit and like it might have been like Charlie or like Pack, like were the bodyguards making sure he wouldn't lose balance and fall. It was pretty dramatic, but it was up his alley. It's the Quackity vibe. I don't remember what day during the trip. I think it was like the 3rd day we did the group stream, and that was fun. It was just great being around all the friends in Minecraft. And then after we got back, after we got back from the boat, everyone was pretty tired. Like, we all got back and the energy was like super low. Everyone was kind of just like sitting, not really talking too much, on their phones. Just relaxing because we, yeah, we're just tired from all the partying. Was it cold? It was a little bit cold on the boat. We probably would have boated a bit more because like the weather was like, they were, Selbit and Forever were saying like, oh, it's gonna be super hot. So like prepare for like warm weather. And then it was like cloudy and like not cold, but like brisk, you know, the trip, which I'm fine with. Like I like cloudy weather. Overcast, yeah. So yeah, we all hung out, got dinner started getting served, and it was cute because there was like one time part of it where like they were still like getting the food ready, and it was just a bowl of like mashed avocados, and Misa, Quackity, and Royer were like hunched over the bowl trying to make the perfect guacamole. And that was nice. I was like, I got excited to try it because they were so passionate about making the guacamole. Yeah, they kept being like, they kept like tasting a little bit, like putting on their palm and like slurping it up, like more salt, more lime. We were learning that Brazilian avocados are different from the ones in Mexico. Or I think most avocados come from Mexico, I think they were saying, but Brazilians have their own, are like one of the few places that have their own avocados, and it was like they're more sweeter, they were saying. So they were having a hard time trying to get the guacamole just right because it was so sweet compared to other ones. And they were saying like, oh, here in Brazil it's more common for us to have avocados in like sweet things, like we'd blend it up and make smoothies, have it more like for desserts and stuff. And I think that makes so much sense because like, I mean, if they were sweeter, then of course they would put it in sweeter things versus like savory guacamole and toast and stuff like that. So that was cool. There was a lot of that trip of like, oh my gosh, we are like learning so much about different cultures. Like that, I think that's like the best part of the trip / the server in general, is just getting to talk about cultural differences and learning so much about each other's cultures. This is like the most I've ever learned about culture in my entire life, and it's so fun. What else? So yeah, we ate dinner, and then I was like Quackity, his sister, Fit, maybe Misa. They all had to leave, and it was like they were the first ones of like, you know, it's the last day. They had a flight early in the morning. The trip is like finally coming to an end, like people were leaving, and that was like, oh, that was like, it was the first like, oh no, the trip, it's over, isn't it? And we all like did a little group, and we cheers, you know, one last shot, you know, group shot, took a picture, said goodbye. And then Charlie, me, and Bagheera, we were like, you know what? We're gonna get this party going. We're gonna bring up the energy. So we we broke the energy by saying Gangnam Style karaoke. That's how we started the night. So we did that again. And then that's what started the big old karaoke thing. Like, a bunch of people started karaoke again. So then that's when the energy definitely came up after that. We sang a bunch of karaoke. And that was like, I think doing karaoke with everyone definitely helped me like bond more with everyone, you know? Jackie, thank you so much. Like, oh, it was just so fun. I did so many songs with Charlie and Bagheera. Did a bunch of songs with Selbit too. with Foolish. It was good. It was just so fun, you know? It is a good icebreaker. So like, yeah, that party was like definitely more of Twist by Corn. That was Selbit. I think that's the one where it was like, you know? Like, he just like busted that one out. And I was like, what the fuck? That's a crazy party trick. I think the party trick that I want to learn is actually knowing how to karaoke Gangnam Style. Like, not like, you know, not like bullshitting through it, but like actually knowing the lyrics. I think that's funny. I think I'm gonna actually like study Gangnam Style just to be able to pull it out at parties. Did anyone have a voice you weren't expecting? What do you mean? No. I mean, I've heard everyone's voices. Oh, like singing wise? Dude, Baghera is really good at karaoke. Kristen is also really, really good. Those guys are really good at it. This song is like, what? I'm not going to sleep. Okay, there we go. No. Oh, it's still going. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at my list. Yeah, it was just a bunch of karaoke, and then like sometime during the night, people started a bonfire. Everyone was like eating marshmallows, hanging out. Did Fit do karaoke? He did a couple songs, yeah. I think he only did like 2 songs. If he did more, then I missed it. But yeah, he did like a couple. Or like some of the songs. It was like, I don't even remember. It was all a blur. Did you sing a Hatsune Miku song? I kind of wanted to, but I didn't know any because it's all in like Japanese. And it's also like, I don't think, I would have to make sure that at least someone knows the songs. So it wasn't the time, you know? I wasn't good enough or I wasn't confident enough to sing a Miku song, and it wasn't the crowd to be able to understand what it's supposed to sound like if I didn't do it good enough, you know? Maybe one day. Yeah, Charlie did do the Juana Fleetba song. That was like late during the night. But yeah, eventually, we like, it was kind of just like me, Charlie, Baghera doing karaoke while everyone else was out at the bonfire. And then eventually I went and sat by the fire, and Charlie and Baghera kept going. They went on for like genuinely at least 4 hours, if not 5 hours, and that was so funny. It was just so, that was like the highlight of my trip, was like sitting by the fire with everyone. It was like chill vibes, just talking about whatever. And then hearing Charlie and Baghera singing the song, and then like it ends and they're like, another, we gotta keep going. It was so good to keep like, it was just a perfect energy. I loved it so much. Man, yeah, like when I look back at the Brazil trip, that's like the first moment I think of. Didn't Selbit interrogate you and Foolish there? Oh, did someone mention that Selbit? Yeah, we were all talking. I think he might have just brought it up, or I don't know the segue, but Foolish and I were just like sitting, everyone just talking. And then Selbit just goes, so are you actually, just tell me how you broke into the vault. Tell us. Tell me. And we were like, no, we won't tell you. We want goodies in Minecraft. And he was like, come on, just tell us. And like Foolish talked about like, he told him like the things that we tried. Like he told him about the glue. And he told him about the mushrooms and stuff. But we didn't say it. So I was so frustrated though. I was surprised he didn't know though. I kind of assumed that like chat metagamed it for him by accident, but no, he doesn't know. I think that's the funniest part. But yeah, it was nice. Phelps was telling us about all the folklore of like various creatures of Brazil. That was fun. He hates metagaming. Yeah, that's fair. But that was just so nice. Is chat's very strict with metagaming? That makes sense. I feel like he plays so many RPGs, and like I would assume that he's really not. He's got a good community to not metagame. You and Foolish were talking about ways to die while Royer and Selbit ate peanuts. Oh yeah, I do remember that. It was like it was like an ongoing conversation for a couple days that we would just like kind of bring up of like what about drowning? You know? And we talk about that. RS Bobo, thank you for the 5 subs. Yeah, I think that time we were talking about burning to death. And then like Selbit and Royer were like throwing peanuts at each other, like trying to like get them in our mouths. That was fun. That was just like a lot of really nice little moments and conversations. What was the best way? I think we established that freezing to death is the best, because like when you're close to death, your brain kind of like flips it around and you just feel like euphoric and then you die or something. Drowning is not good, for sure. We definitely agreed drowning hurts a lot, because like your body like fills with water and like imagine, I put it this way, this is how I imagine it in my head, of like, imagine like when you're drinking water and it goes down the wrong pipe and it like hurts and you're like coughing and your body's trying to like dry it up with all your coughs and stuff. Like imagine that, but with like so much water. And you're also still trying to breathe and cough, you know? I gotta imagine that's what drowning is like. So I'd rather not. The way we were talking about burning is like, how long does it take while you're burning for your, what are they called? Like your feeler. What is the, it starts with N. Not neutrons. Your nerves. How long do you have to be on fire before your nerves get singed off and you don't feel it anymore? But we agreed that it probably, you suffocate from the smoke before that happens, so it'd still be painful. We were also talking about like, this one was on the van ride back. We were talking about like different torture devices and like the best one, you know? Have you guys heard about the one with the guy that made for like a king, like the bull one, where it's like you get put in the metal bowl and then like sealed in there, and then like the fire is lit under it, so you like burn in the bowl, and then like while you scream, they make it so like it sounds like a bull scream. It's like roar. We talked about that one and we're like, that one's not good. I feel like if I were to choose a medieval torture device to die to, I think my vibe, I kind of vibe with the coffin with the spikes, you know, where you just get put in that and they slam the doors and then you get impaled by spikes. But Charlie and Foolish said that one's not like torturous enough. So, I mean, I think it would hurt, but maybe there's definitely much worse. Yeah, the Iron Maiden. Yeah, there definitely are, like, much more torturous ways to die. They were talking about, like, how they, like, some people would get, like, tied to the ground and, like, bamboo is planted underneath them and, like, the bamboo grows and, like, pierces their body and they die to bamboo. That one's crazy. I haven't heard about that one until then. Oh, the rats. Yeah, the rat one where they put a bunch of rats in a bucket and, like, flip the bucket down on your stomach. And they, like, light the top of the bucket on fire. And then, like, the rats have to get out by, like, chewing through you. That one's insane. What kind of motherfucker thought of that one? That's crazy. I'm so glad that person is dead in the 1700s or something. The world does not need that person anymore. Was it Fast and Furious? Wait, what? Was that in that movie? Wait, so, like, or it was just, like, one person that said that? It was? I don't know. I've never even seen that those movies, so I don't know. It was in Fast 2. So that person who thought of that idea is like still alive? What the fuck? Oh wait, there was in multiple? Wait, are they like taking inspiration from other, like the torture, or did they not come up with, like, did they not come up with it? I do agree, getting skinned would probably hurt a lot too. What's up with this? There we go. But yeah, we were just talking about, that was kind of like a topic we kept bringing up. And then, yeah, the night just like slowly came to a close. The fire slowly died out. We had to take Charlie and Big Hero away from the karaoke machine. They weren't stopping anytime soon. I think, I want to karaoke with them in Vegas, and I want to try and keep up with them. Because I definitely could have kept going for like a couple more hours, but I was like, I should sit by the fire with everyone and like bond on our last night. So, but I was ready to go. So I wanna, that'll be like my drinking game, but it's like, can I keep up with Big Hair and Charlie in karaoke? The mini cucurucho, I brought him, the guy that I got from Japan, and I would have took like more pictures with everyone, but I'm like not good at like taking pictures at all. Like, people always have to be the one to be like, oh, Jane, like let's take a picture. I'm not good at even like, first of all, I'm not good at thinking about taking pictures, and I'm not good at pitching pictures. I just like feel awkward, like, hey, let's take a picture, you know? And like, I think I took the most pictures with like Big Hair and Baji, I think. That was good. But I did, like, one of the nights I sucked it up and I took a picture with the little cucurucho, with Selbit and Royer and Foolish and Big Hair. It was mainly, I'll be honest, it was mainly for you guys because I knew you guys wanted it. I don't think if you guys were like wanting pictures, I don't think I would have taken any pictures at all that trip. I knew that you wanted it, and I was like, here, I'll do it for you guys, all right? You guys are like my mom. Oh, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Anything for you. But yeah, all the pictures that I have on my phone are stolen. Like, people would post pictures and I would just like screenshot and take them. But that was nice. That was nice. Someone had like a Polaroid camera, and there's like a bunch of Polaroids that we took. And then yeah, that was the trip. We like the fire ended. It was like 3 in the morning. We had to like just get in the van. It was such a bittersweet moment of like, oh, this is the last van ride. Like, some people we weren't gonna see in the morning. Oh, Royer was supposed to leave like a day earlier, but while Selbit was like super drunk, he like Selbit like begged Royer to stay longer. It, like, in his drunken stupors, like Royer's like, dude, I would if I could, but I can't change my flight. It's like, they won't let me. And Selbit was like, I'll pay for your another flight. I'm pretty sure Selbit bought Royer a whole new flight just so he'd stay longer. Dude, they were like such good friends the whole trip. I made me so happy. They got along so well. They were like always together. I was really excited to, Selbit was just like really nice and very inviting and friendly. I hung out with Selbit a lot during this trip. And then yeah, it was like the last day. Some people like left in the morning, but me, Charlie, and Foolish had like the same, like, Charlie was leaving at 9 p.m, I was leaving at 10 p.m, and Foolish was leaving at 11 p.m, so we got to, like, we went to the airport together. But before that, we did like one last lunch with Selbit, Forever, Bagheera. We went to a place that was really close to Selbit's house that he goes to a lot. And it was nice. It was like the last lunch of the trip. We all just hung out. enjoyed each other's company. And then that was it. Me and Foolish and Charlie headed to the airport together. We all pretty much just like took a nap in the van because it was like a 2-hour drive with traffic. And then yeah, in the airport, luckily it was all like the same terminal and stuff, and so we kind of just went through security. We had like time to kill, so we went to we're like, oh, we should like sit down, grab some like food before our flight since we just wanted to hang out. And we were like looking for restaurants, and as we got to like close to Charlie's gate, we saw a TGI Fridays in the Brazilian airport, and we were like, hell yeah, dude. So the last food we ate in Brazil was at a TGI Fridays in the airport. And it was like a weird, like, it was like set up to be like modern restaurant, but there was also like stained glass on the ceiling, and our waiter was dressed like a leprechaun. It was like we were super confused by the energy, but I loved it personally. I love that shit. Ate some food, hung out, just chatted, you know, and then suddenly Charlie had to leave, and then it was just me and Foolish. We luckily, like, my gate and his gate were like on opposite ends of like the same section, and there's like a little table area in the middle of it, so we just sat at a table and just like talked for like the last hour, and it was a really nice like ending to the trip. I'd say like the trip was so nice. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Did you get recognized? We got recognized a little. We got recognized at the TGI Fridays. I was like, maybe we should explain ourselves, but no, it was funnier to not address it. But yeah, it was really nice. Then I eventually had to get up for my flight. While Foolish and I were just talking, he showed me some, like, he was like, we were just talking about, you know, animation, and he's like, oh, during the quarantine I did some animation too. And I was like, no way. He showed me some like animations that he did. I don't know if he's like talked about it before, but he's an artist of many mediums. Oh, I want him to do more animations. They were super cute. Oh, I was happy that he showed me. I hope he does more animations. And yeah, my flight was called, and then it was like, got up, went to the gate, and it was like, it was kind of weird because like they were saying it was boarding, but like something was like being held up or something. So I kind of just like stood there for like 30 minutes not moving, and it was kind of the thing of like, should I just go over and like hang out with Foolish a little bit longer? Because I was just like he doesn't know this, but he was like, I was kind of just standing like maybe like 100 feet away from him for like 30 minutes. And it was like, for the first 15, I was like, oh, it's, you know, it's taking a while. I'll just like wait. And then there's like 30 minutes happen. I was like, should I just like go sit down again? And because it's boring just waiting, you know? And then eventually they, like, I think like 40 minutes or 50 minutes, they were like, they let us on. Vaji said she was tearing up when we said goodbye. It was like, I was like, so, this is like, I'm not a big goodbye person, like, but it was like, I was dreading the end of that trip, you know? Like, I'm a homebody, and I was like looking forward to coming home, but I was also like not looking forward to saying goodbye either. You know, like I kind of wish that we were able to like go home for a little bit, recuperate, and then like go back on the trip again. I was like really happy with how close I got with so many people, like, because I only log on to the server at like late, and I'm Pacific time, so it's like most people who are not in that time zone are like not, you know, awake. So that trip made me really want to log on earlier so I can talk to like fit more, and Filza, and I think Baji plays later, but I haven't been playing as much on the server because I've been later, or I've been busy. I'm excited. I got really close with like Bagheera and Baji. It was just, yeah, it was really. TwitchCon is getting closer though. I just have nothing but good things to say about everyone. I miss them all so much. Yeah, I loved getting to know Baji and Bagheera, and I was like, Phil and Kristen were like so sweet. I don't really get to talk to Phil too much because he's, you know, UK. But we got along super great. I was also really happy that Charlie went because, oh, Bernardo, thank you so much. Holy crap, Arcane, holy shit. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Holy smokes. Thank you for the 10 and thank you for the 15. My goodness, thank you guys. Yeah, like I've known Charlie for a while at this point, like maybe at least like a year or maybe 2. But like we kind of like only like met for like podcast stuff, like, hi, good to see you. Like if someone were to be like, oh, do you know Charlie? I'd be like, yeah, I know him. Like acquaintances, like friendly with each other. But like me and Charlie like talked a lot and hung out a lot that trip. Same with Selva. I was like super happy to get to hang out with Selva. He's so friendly, and he's got this energy that just makes you super comfortable with him, you know? Like he was excited and he was like, Jaiden, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're like you're so fun and stuff like that. People's thank you so much. Oh my gosh, is that a 10? Thank you. My goodness, guys. Holy smokes. I was surprised with Forever. Like Forever and I definitely got along really well. He was saying like, Jaiden, I didn't expect you to be like so out of your shell. And I was like, I'm not like this. I was just really excited. I was really excited to be on the trip and meet everyone. That trip was definitely the most out of my shell I've ever been. And I think it just like goes to show how close and happy and excited everyone was to be there. Like the server is so incredible. And of course I was really excited to meet Foolish. I think I was the most excited to meet Foolish that trip because he's the one that I hang out the most with on the server. You know, like when I log on it, I pretty much like only hang out with him and Tina and Mouse. Who else? Like, and some, yes, Bad as well. Bad joins, but he wasn't on the trip. I was really excited to hang out with Foolish more. And yeah, that was about it. The trip is now over. I'm home, and I'm looking forward to Vegas so much. Etoile is going to Vegas? Oh! Wait, holy crap. Peebles, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the 10 and the 15. I'm excited to meet Etoile. We've been playing a little bit more lately with him. Etoile is so funny. I'm excited. Pierre and his wife too. I think Pierre is one of the people that I don't see too much on this server. So I'm excited to get to know him more. But yeah, I don't know what I just keep wanting to talk about how awesome the trip was and how much fun I had, but there's like, I kind of like, I don't know, I just keep saying the same thing, you know? It was just so nice. Oh, is Bad going as well? Oh, I'd love to meet Bad. Bad is awesome. But yeah, I wish I could play on the server today, but I have work to do. I have to do more script stuff. I might go on offline tonight, just to hang out with people because I already miss everyone. Tina's going, yeah, I'm excited to meet Tina. Yeah, some people were saying like, Quackity and Foolish were both like in LA, but it took us flying to Brazil to meet. But I think it was like a seal broken thing, you know? Like, now that we finally met each other, because the first meeting is kind of like a big one, you know? Now that the seal is broken, I feel like we're able to just be able to meet up casually now. At least I would like to. But yeah, I don't know. It was just such a good trip. Everyone was fun. I just wish that you guys could understand how important and good of a trip that was for everyone, because everyone was just so grateful and happy to just meet each other and hang out and have fun. Like, we were saying, like, the dynamic on the server is about to, like, change because of that trip. Like, everyone is so much closer. Makes me so happy. Yeah, that was nothing but good things to say about that one. I wish I could go back in time and experience that trip again. I miss it. But yeah, that was kind of like all I really wanted to. I kind of just wanted to hop on and talk about the trip. I might end now. Would you make a video about the trip? Probably not, because there isn't like a cohesive story, you know? And also my YouTube audience and you guys, the Twitch audience, are like very different, you know? Like, YouTube audience, you kind of have to I don't think my YouTube audience knows all the people as much as you guys do, you know? Like, YouTube audience, you kind of have to like explain everything. Like, YouTube audience is more used to having things explained to them, and I think Twitch audience is more used to like being in the know of everything in their own terms. So I don't think it would translate that well to a YouTube story. But you get a Twitch story. But yeah. Would you make a video about QSMP at some point? The thing about that is, like, there isn't really an end to the QSMP story. I think, like, if I were to make a video, it would have to be about, like, the Bobby arc, you know? But I still think that even then there's not too much in volume in terms of YouTube script, you know? It's kind of like I don't know if it translates that well, or even how I would write it. But, it's not like a no, but I think if I were to make a QSMP video, it would be more about talking about all the cultural things that you learn, you know? It'd be more about the communities and the cultures and like all the things I've learned from that versus the actual story. When are you posting? Sometime. I'm working on it. Are you starting taking Spanish lessons? Actually, okay, so during the trip, we like so many people were like doing Duolingo. Like, sometimes we'd be in the van and people would be like, "Oh, Duolingo time," and everyone would bring out their what did I just say? They bring out their Duolingo, their cell phones, and just like play Duolingo together, and it would just be like silence or like normal conversation, and then you hear the ding, the ding, the ding, like on like 3 different phones for like 5 minutes. Did you know that Jacob auctioned off your diamond play button? What? What do you mean? My YouTube 10 million play button? He just took it and auctioned it? I'll Well, I guess we're gonna have to talk about that. Yeah. The scattering. Okay, so I don't know if the and scene, you know, like Jacob messaged me before as I turned on stream, and he said, "Can you act surprised about the diamond button being if it's mentioned?" Obviously, I knew. Like we thought of the idea together because he was like, "Oh, I don't know what to bring to the auction that's like funny and also would like sell well." And he was like, "I would do my play button, or like I would do my million sub plaque, but like, you know, in the sphere, like anyone could do that because most of the creators at the event have one." So it was like, oh, it's not that good of like, anyone could do it, you know? Not anyone can do it, but like most of the creators could. And then we kind of like stumbled onto the idea of like, but Jaiden, you have a 10 million play button. And I was like, we just agreed, like, that's funny. That's hilarious for Jacob to bring my play button and pretend that he stole it because I was in Brazil. Because I would have been at the event, but I was in Brazil, you know? So that was the joke. And apparently it sold really well. Like, didn't it sell for like $20,000 for charity? Like, holy shit. I can just get a new one. Like, I just messaged my YouTube manager and be like, "Can I have a play button? Mine broke." I'm not gonna explain that I gave it away. But yeah, that seemed like a really nice event. It was like Cutie and Maya's thing for the rainforests. I wasn't paying attention to the stream or anything, but I saw like some screenshots and people had some really funny outfits. I liked Jacob's outfit a lot. He looked like just a rainforest pimp, sorry, hiccup. Just a rainforest pimp in the cheetah coat. Yeah, so I think he wanted a clip for his channel or something of like the "she doesn't know," but like, of course I know, guys. You think that like Jacob is like a chaotic guy for camera, but he's not. He wouldn't like steal like a giant trophy just to auction it off for fun. Like, of course we planned it together. They raised $250,000 for the rainforest. Yeah, it's so cool. What a good project. Congrats to them. You never know. No. I mean, like, me and Jacob are like really close. Like, he wouldn't do that. At least, like, if you ever think like, did Jacob do that with, you know, like, he's gone too far this time. Just know that it's planned. It's talked about. But yeah, I think it's just a funny bit to say like Alpharad's Jaiden's play button. But yeah, I think that might be it for me. Just a quick little short stream just to say hello. I'm back. Let's see. Where can I send you guys? I think I saw Selbit is on. Maybe I will send you guys to Selbit. Let's see. /raid. Well, does that work? Yes. All right, guys. Head on over to Selbit. I'm sure he's talking about the trip as well. I think it's funny that like I'm seeing all the clips and like everyone's voice is like fried because we were just talking so much and drinking a lot of alcohol. But thanks for hanging out. I was just really excited to tell you guys about the trip and how excited I was to meet everyone, and I still have like such good energy around me. I'm still like I'm still experiencing the high of how much fun that trip was. I'm just like still reminiscing of like, oh, the karaoke, oh, the bonfire, oh, the partying and the boat and all the photos. It feels like, I think my brain is still like, that was such a good trip that I want to keep reliving it in my head just to make it last longer. I just wish that, I think it just made me realize like how much I wish that everyone was closer, you know? Like an international server with lots of different cultures is like super fun until you realize that you actually like make really good friends and they're not near you. You know, that's like the one downside. But have fun with Selbit. Go say hi, strap in, go on, say thank you for having us. Thank you for all the hard work, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.